Hello everyone, my name is Millicent Silla and this presentation is for data 625 Fall 2025 at the University of Maryland Global Campus. In this tableau story, I analyze population growth, trends for Sierra Leone, Nigeria, and the United Kingdom using data from the World Bank. These are the data right here from the World Bank. Population estimates and projections. The data originally covered the years 1960 through 2023. But since Tableau forecasting features were not available for this data, for some reason, I don't know, this is not the first time it's happening on my laptop. I don't know if it's my laptop, it needs to be upgraded, I don't know, but I'll find out because I'm finding out about that. So anyway, I manually added two features here, 2030 and 2036. So these additional data points allow me to extend the trend line and visualize possible future growth. Now, let's look at the charts. We can see that all three of the countries show a steady increase in population over time. Now let's start with Nigeria. Now we can see that Nigeria displays the most rapid growth, rising from about 45 million right here in 1960, and it keeps increasing. 1990, 95 million, 2022 million, 2010, it keep increasing. 2023, it keep increasing, and up to 2000, the projection that we're having for Nigeria, 2036, we are projecting that the population is going to increase to 270 million. Now, let's look at the charts, Sierra Leone charts right here. Now, we can see in 1960 here, Sierra Leone population was just over 2.5 million. It's a very small country, But Sierra Leone is projected to increase. We can see it's keep increasing. It's keep increasing, and 2016, it's a little over 8 million. It keep increasing, but by 2036, we are expecting that Sierra Leone population will increase to 10,200,000. United Kingdom. The United Kingdom, on the other hand, experiences slower but consistent growth. It's very consistent. Reaching the projection here is by 2036, United Kingdom population will increase to 72 million. Now, the lighter portion of the line here in this graph, it actually represents the manually added forecast years, now showing projected rather than recorded values. This will, demonstrate how population trends might continue in the future. Now, overall, the time series analysis highlights the contrast between developed countries and developing countries and developed. I intentionally choose United Kingdom and I choose two developing countries so that I can compare. In the future we can go beyond this to look at the factors that will affect the population growth. As we go along this course, we're going to look at all those factors, what affects the population growth. We look at it. It's a lot of factors we're going to consider. Health is one major factor, but in future we're going to do that in subsequent assignments coming up. And now, during the creation of this story, let me just go into the story. Okay. Because I could not, I was trying to use the forecast before I added the two additional, the 2030 and 2036. Like I said, there was this constant error that kept coming up, on Tableau. Constant error coming up. So I couldn't do that. That's why I added it, those 2 years manually. And because I was trying to do this forecasting, I actually tried to do what I call a forecast fix, but it still didn't go through. I tried to do a lot of changes just to, try to do a lot of navigating between Tableau, in between Tableau, to see how I can fix this issue. And I even create another one that I label forecast fix continuous, wherein, I wanted to make the data, continuous, all those things, but I still couldn't do it. But anyway, I ended up adding the two manual. I ended up manually adding the two, years 2030 and 2036. Now let's go to the story. Okay. I actually just combined all three of the countries. You can see the lines, both of them, the line charts said here: Sierra Leone, Nigeria, United Kingdom. But whilst I was creating the stories again, and I encountered another problem. I encountered a Tableau software error while attempting to drag this. If I drag it right now, it can work because I'm doing a presentation, but it's not going to save on Tableau. It will just be for the presentation. But if I drag it now, it's going to work, but it's not going to save there. Anyway, so the error reference formatty widgets, but I resolved it by adding this caption. And that is where I just wrote my introduction about the story. The reason why I put this introduction, because anyone that wanted to view my story just by reading here, this introduction part inside this box, just by reading it will tell you everything about the story, everything, where the World Bank data. It will just give you a brief explanation, and you will know what you're looking at, and that is why I added it. I say here the population forecast story 1960 to 2036. My name is Millicent Taylor, data 625/4/2025. And I give a brief, explanation that the Tableau story explores population growth trends for Sierra Leone, Nigeria, and the United Kingdom from 1960 to 2023. That was the initial one. So 2 additional forecast years, 2030 and 2036, were added to project future growth based on the existing data. So the purpose of this analysis here, I said, is to visualize how demographic patterns differ across these regions and to show potential future population changes that can guide planning and policy discussions. So in conclusion, the visualization illustrates how manual forecasting can extend time series data and help visualize long-term demographic changes. I thank you very much for watching my presentation. God bless you.